Bitcoin is crashing again. The headlines scream panic, and investors brace for another disaster. But what if every crash was never a failure, but part of the design? Why does Bitcoin always fall and always come back stronger? What's the hidden logic behind the chaos? Let's dive in. The first Bitcoin crash happened in 2011. From $32 to $2, a 94% drop that wiped out early believers. But that fall wasn't the end. It was the moment Bitcoin proved it could survive. Every crash since then has followed the same pattern: fear, collapse, and rebirth. What makes this cycle so unstoppable? After every crash, something strange happens. New investors arrive. Technology improves. The price rebounds even higher. 2013, 2017, 2021, each drop feels like the end, yet it creates the foundation for the next rise. It's not luck. It's coded into Bitcoin's DNA: scarcity, reward, and halving cycles. The system was built to break and recover stronger. The irony? Fear drives Bitcoin forward. Each crash filters out the weak hands and rewards those who stay. It's brutal, but essential. The price resets, trust rebuilds, and innovation thrives. Without the fear, there's no growth. That's why, in Bitcoin's world, chaos isn't a bug. It's the feature that keeps it alive. Every crash has a villain. In 2013, it was Mt. Gox. In 2018, the ICO bubble. In 2022, FTX. The media calls it the end of crypto every time. Yet Bitcoin survives, outliving its critics. The truth is simple. Markets forget, headlines fade, but Bitcoin keeps mining, block by block. Bitcoin doesn't need saving because it was built to survive. Every 4 years, the halving cuts new supply in half, increasing scarcity, reducing inflation, and setting up the next rally. That's not coincidence. It's mathematics. Where traditional markets rely on central banks, Bitcoin relies on time itself, and time is on its side. But the system's strength is also its weakness. Every cycle, greed returns faster than memory. People buy high, sell low, then swear never again. Until they do. Bitcoin doesn't just test technology, it tests human emotion. The question isn't whether Bitcoin will survive, it's whether people can handle its truth. Every crash writes a lesson in Bitcoin's history. It punishes greed, rewards patience, and reminds everyone what decentralization means. There's no CEO to bail it out, no government to print more, only code, miners, and believers. And that's why each crash isn't Bitcoin dying. It's Bitcoin cleansing itself for the next chapter. Every crash makes Bitcoin stronger and more respectable. What started as a rebellion is now a portfolio asset. BlackRock, Fidelity, even governments buy the dips they once mocked. Each collapse shakes out the noise and leaves behind believers with capital. Bitcoin doesn't beg for acceptance. It earns it, one crash at a time. While markets panic, developers keep building. During the 2018 crash, the Lightning Network was born. In 2022, ordinals and new protocols emerged from the ashes. Every downturn fuels invention, proof that Bitcoin's value isn't in price, but persistence. When the charts go red, the builders stay green, calm, focused, and ready for the next cycle. Every bull run breeds a new generation of experts, and every crash exposes who really understands the game. People scream, "Scam," just like they did in 2011, 2013, 2018, and 2022. Then 4 years later, they come back. Bitcoin doesn't change. People do. It's not the coin that's volatile, it's human memory. Media headlines profit from panic. Bitcoin crashes again, brings clicks, fear, and engagement. But they never show what comes next. The recovery. The same channels that mock Bitcoin 1 month praise it the next. It's not journalism, it's emotional marketing. And Bitcoin, ironically, became their best-selling story. Every crash tests what Bitcoin truly stands for. If it were just speculation, it would have died years ago. Instead, each fall proves its resistance to control, censorship, and manipulation. It's a decentralized stress test, repeated for 15 years, and counting. Because Bitcoin doesn't ask for permission. It simply keeps running, no matter who's watching. Gold crashed, stocks crashed, fiat currencies too. Every form of money has faced its moment of truth. Bitcoin is simply the latest chapter in that same story, testing what humans believe gives value. Crashes don't destroy that belief, they purify it, forcing people to ask, what's truly worth holding when everything falls? Here's the paradox. Crashes are Bitcoin's greatest marketing tool. Each collapse triggers attention, headlines, and education. Newcomers learn, panic, leave, then return smarter. Bitcoin doesn't grow despite its crashes. It grows because of them. Every dip expands the audience, strengthens conviction, and builds the next floor higher than the last. What separates Bitcoin from every failed project is faith, not blind belief, but conviction built on code. Its developers, miners, and users form a silent alliance. They don't promise profits, they promise continuity. And that's why every crash, no matter how deep, ends the same way. Someone keeps the nodes alive, and Bitcoin breathes again. When Bitcoin crashes, the world listens. Governments call for regulation. Banks call for control. But each attempt to fix Bitcoin only proves why it exists. No central power can patch a decentralized system. Every ban, restriction, or fear campaign becomes free advertising. Bitcoin doesn't fight the system. It exposes its weakness. Every crash ends the same way. Silence, reflection, then rebuilding. The price climbs slowly. People forget. Confidence returns. And somewhere, a new buyer says, "It's different this time." But Bitcoin doesn't care about belief. It rewards consistency. The real believers aren't the loudest. They're the ones who stayed when everyone else left. In traditional finance, crashes mean rescue plans. With Bitcoin, there's no rescue, no bailout, no reset button. And that's what terrifies governments: the lack of control. Every time Bitcoin crashes and survives, it rewrites the idea of money. It reminds the world, trust isn't printed, it's earned, block by block. Bitcoin doesn't promise stability, it promises time. Those who stay long enough learn that volatility is just the tax for future freedom. Each dip looks smaller in hindsight, and every new high erases the pain of the last fall. The market forgets quickly, but the blockchain remembers everything. Thousands of coins have risen and died. Bitcoin endures because it's not a company, a leader, or a logo. It's code, running everywhere and belonging to no one. It doesn't care who believes, only that the next block gets mined. That's the secret. Bitcoin doesn't need faith to exist. It just needs function. For those who stay long enough, Bitcoin stops being about money. It becomes a mirror for human behavior: fear, greed, patience, belief. Every price chart is just psychology in numbers. And that's what makes Bitcoin eternal. It's not just technology. It's a reflection of what we truly value. Every crash teaches the same lesson. Value isn't destroyed, it's transferred. Those who panic pay those who wait. That's not philosophy, it's math. Bitcoin's story is written in cycles, and each one rewards conviction. Because in the end, it's not about timing the market, it's about surviving it. Every crash zooms out the lens. You realize Bitcoin isn't just a currency, it's a global clock, ticking through chaos. While markets panic, Bitcoin simply keeps counting time, one block every 10 minutes. No CEO, no emergency meeting, just rhythm, math, and proof. And maybe that's what real stability looks like. Whatever happens next, one truth remains: Bitcoin will crash again and rise again. It's not a flaw, it's the rhythm of freedom. If you want to explore the world of crypto, don't chase miracles. Educate yourself, because in this world, a simple click can change a life. But only knowledge can protect your future.